is Heartsfire 4, and we are back and playing, this time as Romania. So one of the new countries that the DLC has provided a unique focus tree for. The others are Czechoslovakia, Hungary, and Yugoslavia. So now quite a bit of Europe is pretty fleshed out with focus trees, at least. So we just probably use some Netherlands and Belgium. They say Austria is a tough one because, you know, early on it was taken over in the Anschluss, so it's kind of hard to extrapolate what else could happen to it. It'd be interesting to see Turkey in the Middle East, Iraq or Iran. Although we had modded focus trees for them, but you know, at least for me, it's always nice to see what the official what the game developers are planning for them. So we start in Romania, which I think is a pretty strong Eastern European country at this point. It has fairly large military.
Gata să trăiți!
We got 31 divisions starting off. So let's develop them,
Gata să trăiți!
put them into separate.
Ordonați!
What do we got here?
Ordonați! Ordonați!
Alright.
Atențiune!
Here. National Army is our main force here. We'll probably pick a nice field marshal. We actually start with fairly good generals here. 2 level 4 field marshals, level 3 generals. There's a hill fighter for the mountain troops. We also got logistics wizard, defensive doctrine, so put him in charge.
Gata de marș!
Northern Defense Army. We'll put this on the border.
Atențiune!
This will be reserve force. Since it might just end up being like garrison troops,
Adunarea!
and then Scots Army. This another general there. So
Ordonați!
you guys, the Hungarian border.
La comandă!
You guys on the Russian border. Whoops.
Ordonați!
You guys can just garrison down there.
La comandă!
You guys sit there, just so we can, when we create new divisions, we can immediately tell them to join that army. So another big update with something new with the update is we can see the range coverage of our airplanes when we hover over the airfield. If there are multiple types, they'll show in different circle ranges. So here we have fighters. I think we just need some. Oh, I think these are the ones. Anyways, and so we tell them to still go into the different aerial zones. Just here. That's our initial setup with our forces. We have some navy. It's pretty small, some destroyers, and we'll probably not be able to do much with it because since until we're friends with Turkey, they won't let us through the straits, so we're just going to be stuck in the Black Sea. It might be important if we go to war with Russia and we can defend our coastline, but for now we'll probably just leave them in port. We have a look at our research. So we start with decent guns, and we actually start with trucks, motorized infantry, and mountain infantry. Engineering companies and relatively modern light tank. Now looking at the tanks, I found these heavy tanks that they have designed here are certainly interesting. Now of course they're, you know, I'm pretty sure they weren't built in real life, but I imagine they probably drew up designs for them. So I'm thinking that this super heavy tank might actually be kind of interesting. So we might have to work towards that. And so I'm thinking we might try to have a more motorized army, and so I won't focus too much on the artillery. I might go down for the rocket artillery. We do get motorized rocket artillery purposes. And so I might want to try to build some of those. We have no initial starting doctrines, but I'll probably go down warfare. So, ships, as I said, we probably won't focus on, and it's really hard to try to keep up with modern everything, like tanks, weapons, ships, and airplanes. But I think for one of my initial ones, I'll try to get modern fighters. So I want to try to really focus on having a good air force in this one. I know I've said it multiple times before, I've never really been able to focus on it like I wanted. But in my test game, I did focus a lot on the Air Force. I went down the operational integrity doctrine tree, and I think it worked out pretty well for me. So I'll probably focus on that one again. Still, it seems like these two are quite similar, but I'm thinking this one might be a bit more defense focused, because you get such things like interception detection, which is intercepting enemy bombers, whereas this is more air superiority focused. Although having the air support, but I don't know. As I said, they're probably pretty much the same. So for my other two, I'll just start on the first one, electronic engineering. It's always nice to get that research bonus. And then I will go for construction, just because I want to start building up my factories. And speaking of factories, we do start with a few. Let's see, we have 13 civilians, so 6 of them are for consumer goods. So we'll start building a couple more, and then we'll build a couple more military ones. I'll keep that for now. It'll take a while. So we have our military factories, and we actually start out with some production lines already going in support equipment, towed artillery, and light tanks. So this is really nice because when you start a new line, it starts at 10% efficiency. So having them already at 50% will certainly help. So we'll put one into tanks and one into rifles. And we'll probably expand more into support equipment or artillery. Well, maybe not so much for artillery. We'll probably try to keep that low. We might have to look into trading for some steel. So I think there we go. And I'll trade with the Soviet Union just because I think having trade improves your opinion of us. So try to go with that. Okay, we have our docks. We're building one submarine. We're halfway done, so we might as well just finish that off. Start stockpiling some convoys. So now we can have a look at the focus tree for Romania. And here we have on this part kind of this your standard, if you wanted to join one of the factions, we have the Comintern, the Axis, and the Allies. Although you can bypass the Allies, and probably you can create your own faction here, the Cordon Sanitaire. Sanitaire? I think that's yeah, okay, Czechoslovakia and Poland, so you can try to group into a secondary faction of your own. So this is kind of trying to stand up against the fascists and communists. But oh, and then in the center here you have your industrial tree kind of split in between here. You can reach these further ones either from whichever you choose up here. You can either get research bonus or a couple extra factories. But I'm really interested in this area here. This is kind of where you have you basically try to have Romania as the dominant force in the Balkans. So you have you can puppet Bulgaria and Hungary, Yugoslavia, Greece, and Turkey, and then you can decide to split up Czechoslovakia with Germany. And so I've seen a few people play this and use the the puppet focus war goals, basically just to take over the countries. But I'm actually going to try to focus just on puppeting them and keep maintaining my borders, because there is some new mechanics with puppets. You can actually build stuff in their territory, and I've heard that you can actually recruit men for the military from those territories. So I'm interested in here, because if you conquer them, if you annex them, you just get a small fraction of the population that you can recruit. And so here is kind of a unique branch. This is mostly dealing with internal politics. And so, as you'll see, the starting king, King Carol II, has a lot of scandals that he perpetrates. And so you can either try to deal with him through this branch or this branch. And they give different options. These are interesting. These appoint friendly governments. You can, because they give a large chunk of popularity, like 35% for each one. So if you're in the midst of World War II, if you start with appointing Axis-friendly government and they start losing, you can possibly switch to like a Soviet-friendly government and possibly kind of switch to their side. Which might be an interesting playstyle. And then at the end, you have your standard Air Force, Army, and Navy. So as I said, we won't focus too much on the Navy, at least until we're kind of well developed already. So I'll probably try to go down the Air Force tree to get some pretty decent Air Force. And another interesting aspect is you can acquire licenses from friendly countries. So another thing you can try, which I probably won't right now. I'd like to I'll probably have to practice a bit with it beforehand. And then in the army, they actually have some interesting bonuses for tanks. Like here, they get lots of tank destroyer bonuses. So I might want to try to focus on that. So I think my my army, my artillery will be the Air Force, and then I'll try to focus a lot on tanks and tank destroyers. So hopefully that'll be my playstyle for now, and so I think for my starting focus, I'll try to go down here. These ones we need a certain size of army, but I can maybe start going down the industrial branch here. So we'll start with that. Okay, we're low manpower and insufficient resources. Starting to trade a bit. We'll go up to speed 5. So here's the first of our scandals. The King's Mistress purchases villa. Magda Lucescu, mistress of King Carol II, has reportedly purchased a new villa in an expensive suburb of Bucharest. How she could afford it was a subject of extensive speculation. New evidence in foreign newspapers strongly suggests that the king himself authorized the purchase with government money. The scandal is spreading and we must make a public announcement on the matter as soon as possible. So you have a choice. Either you usually take a hit in productivity. This will increase our consumer goods factor by quite a bit, or you lose political power. Since at least at the beginning I want to try to save up my political power to try to get some of the research bonuses, we're going to take a hit on the consumer goods factories. So now we lost a few. I think we're at 8, so we lost 4 of our factories, but it'll last 3 months. It's not too bad. Now, early on in my test game, one of the early threats for Romania is Hungary, because in their focus tree they have this secret rearmament, because there's this Treaty of Trianon after the First World War where Hungary is limited in their military, and so they're surrounding Yugoslavia, Romania, and Czechoslovakia are basically the nations that are supposed to uphold that treaty. So if they start becoming belligerent, we might war against them. So I'll make up a quick plan, just a quick invasion plan, so they'll get a planning bonus there. We finished our Balkans dominance. The key to a prosperous Romanian future lies not with the revolutionaries of the East, nor the democracies or fascists of the West, but with Romanian dominance of the Balkans. This is basically a go it alone treaty. We're not going to join any faction but our own. So here I'll get a quick 2 military factories and even a bonus building slot in Dobruja. Well, that's a tiny territory down here, but it only has 2, so getting that extra one there would be nice. And of course we'll also have to be wary of the Soviets, because they probably want to claim Bessarabia. So we lose the effects of the supplementary budget, so our consumer goods are back up. Well, down, I guess. Freed up our factories. And we finished our electronic engineering. So I want to try to focus a lot on here, because I think, especially with our focus on our Air Force, having a strong radar system will be beneficial. But for right now, I'll take basic machine tools to increase our efficiency gap. So I'll just even out these. Not building any, I guess. Oh, but we finished our submarine. Let's actually just start working on, well, build a few more submarines. Alright. Okay, national defense industry. We must greatly expand our national arms industry if we are to keep up with increased demands. So, We got these ones, so I'll quick army to 9 days. Well, I'll get it started. The production line. Building our flight here. Put that up just so I can use the oil convoys. And well, we'll always need more guns, I guess. So did we just get? Oh, we haven't gotten them yet. I apologize. Anyway, so agrarian reform. This will reduce the amount that we have factories for consumer goods. I'm thinking I'll start. Okay, so we'll get extra air bases in Romania and North Transylvania, so that's good. I think it's actually randomized where you get them. Like, I think in my test game I just got them like in the south, which wasn't too helpful, especially against Hungary. Getting extra air bases in North Transylvania. So Italy finished off Ethiopia, and Germany militarized the Rhineland. Now I have to say, in my test game it was rather interesting because an event fired where the German High Command successfully assassinated Hitler early on, and so that ended up causing a civil war. And strangely enough, the Democratic side actually won the Civil War. So Germany turned democratic and became the German Republic. And so that kind of forestalled World War II because there was no Axis faction left. Italy couldn't join the Axis. Japan couldn't join the Axis. And so it's quite interesting how that worked. So we got our first modification we can pick. So I'm going to first pick the electronics company just to get our research bonus for that. Okay, so another scandal here. King throws a lavish party. Despite being vetted by the king himself, the official coverage of the recent feast at the royal palace caused great public dissent. Pictures of the king's mistress in an expensive French evening gown and detailed descriptions of the 7-course meal eaten from golden plates have further inflamed the population. We're still suffering from the after effects of the Great Depression. King demands that we make a public statement of support at once. So again, we lose buildings to consumer factories, or we lose the political power. A small loss to consumer factories, but I don't know. I got my first research bonus here, so I think for this one, I'm gonna kind of denounce the king, lose the political power. Factories working, because if we can build up our factories here. Oh, and the Spanish Civil War comes off. We'll have to see. I think it's still heavily weighted to the nationalists. There's not that many communist countries that start off that would be able to send support. So we finished our construction and our plane. Work on our tactical bombers. We haven't finished that yet. It's not quite 39. So I think I'll head back over here and get mechanical computing. We got our research bonus. And our plane is okay. So so it dropped back down to 10%. So saved a whole lot of time there. Revitalization. Okay, so they're going fascist again, so they'll probably try to announce Britain. We have expand the Air Force. Modern wars cannot be won without dominating the skies. must do everything in our power to develop the Romanian Air Force. Alright, so... we could go either licensing or local development. Now this will give us a lot of production bonuses for our planes. Close air support, carrier, naval bomber, tactical heavy fighter. Yeah, all of the... So I think this one's pretty good. There is a little bit of a glitch thing for 8th generation chance. Title thing is a little bit mixed up, but oh well. Right there, build cost IC. So start that. We still haven't sent any new planes. Oh, we should switch these two. I think it's basically the maintenance costs go down and the chance of accidents probably are lessened. So the 11th Olympia is finished. Uh-oh, secret rearmament here. So we're finished with basic machine tools. Now, most people I still say that concentrated industry is best with slightly higher factory output, 15%. This is only 10%. Dockyard output is the same. Max factories in a state is the same. But I still think the production efficiency retention, so when you switch to a newer equipment or change your factory lines, it starts off higher. It doesn't drop to half or whatever it might be. Plus the production efficiency base, I think that's when you start a new line. You know, we found it starts at 10. With the efficiency base increase, I think it might start higher. So they've been slowly buffing dispersed industry, and I think it might actually be fairly balanced now. So I'm gonna take that. Okay, we'll have to see what the Hungarians do here. So we have our army on the border of Hungary ready to enforce the treaty if they try to... Okay, so that political scandal is blown over. Now our tank division is pretty thin, but it doesn't take up too many troops, so we can build a few of those. Add them in there. Okay, local development. We will rely on the domestic Romanian aeronautical industry to produce the airplanes we need. So now we get the choice. I think this might be a strategic destruction doctrine. I think that's the bomber focus, or the... So... It would be interesting to focus on strategic bombing for once, but I think I'll probably just do the standard fighter and ground support. We are pretty centralized, so we don't necessarily need to worry too much about that. Okay, so I think I'll start going down the internal politics branch here. We'll have to see what Hungary does. Okay, oh, so we didn't get any alert or anything there. Okay, so they're working on their... That'll be good. I'll probably have to change... Can I change? Yeah, okay, I can go up to limited conscription. Alright, another lavish party. Oh, darn it. Okay, so now I want to... say, well, I'm gonna get that bonus, political power bonus from this focus, so maybe I'll try... just reducing that. Okay, we managed to build the extra civilian factory. So we're getting slightly ahead there.
Ordonați.
No, he's still merchants. We do have one regular. Okay, royal dictatorship. Time has come to further increase the king's already extensive powers, bringing political stability to the nation and enabling it to focus on threats from outside. Okay, so we fortify the borders, gives us land fort bonus, and is no, we don't need it there, but we want to go down this branch. But this one, if we get this, we get a lot of bonuses for advisor cost. So especially if we're going to have to be dealing with the king's scandals, this might actually be pretty good to get. Actually, sure, well, a little bit of everything. So, whoops. Okay, so we researched our bomber. Now, I think I'll start. Yes, with the destruction over here. No, I think maybe I'll try to do the battlefield support. So we'll have close support with our. I think this is the bonus having air superiority. Well, I know it went pretty well when we did that. And, well, let's actually get off. Well, we can't do that yet. Oh, this is another thing. There's like similar to what some mods have. They have some of these choices locked behind focuses. Like this would be a really. Oh, I guess we could pick this one. But here we get air attack and and ground attack for fighters and close air support. But we have to, and for it's really cheap. But we have to invest in the IAR. So here we have a bunch of vehicle designers, but we have to have a focus to unlock them. So no, I think I'll just stock it up. Oh, missing equipment. Okay, oh, now we need to be building trucks. I thought we were... Oh, that was just Okay, we finished our mechanical computing, so let's continue on radio. I might actually keep this slot stuck on researching electronic engineering for a while. Okay, so he's still going down his industry branch. So what's Yugoslavia up to? Okay, Western. So I think this is pretty much the standard route it's probably going down. And I imagine Czechoslovakia. I don't think it's really picked one yet. Oh, trust in the West. Okay. Okay, revise the Constitution. The Constitution must be rewritten to solidify the king's position as the nation's leader. Furthermore, dangerous far-right movements can be undermined by providing a safer alternative in the King's Sentinel of the Motherland youth organization. Okay, so we actually got a big chunk of manpower from that, because I think that Sentinel militarized, or what is it? Sentinel of the Motherland gives us some recruitable population. So now that we're done that, oh, we can get our research slot, so we'll definitely grab that. Pax Americana. Looks like things are going pretty historical for now. Finished dispersed industry. It's 1937, so let's get on construction. Let's see how the Commonwealth's countries are doing. Hasn't really chosen one yet. Hasn't chosen one yet. Okay. Oh yeah, I want this. Well, cheaper production. No, that's just for bombers. I think these are all pretty good, but I'll wait for this one. What do we have a tank destroyer? Oh, mobile tank destroyers. So this gives a bunch of. Okay, well, we've been saving up our political power, so. Oh, we definitely don't want to lose. Okay, King implicated in embezzlement scandal. Following rumors of corruption in the army's procurement processes, the King has promised an impartial investigation into the matter. A preliminary report has been leaked to the press confirming not only the rumors, but directly implicating the King's closest advisors in the matter. The entire affair has become an embarrassment to the government. The King demands action, but has declared his full support for the advisor in question. So, we don't want to lose 25% of our factories, so... This is just production efficiency growth takes a hit, but since a lot of it is already strong, we don't have to worry too much about that. Okay, Royal Foundation. The King has graciously agreed to create a foundation in his name to study Romanian culture, create the science of the nation. Okay, so for these ones, we need at least 400,000 troops in the field. So we'll have a look at our troops, and then let's go for agrarian reform. Helps kickstart our... Okay, and let's actually... Alright. Upgrade our support. Here we have... Okay, so we have 250,000, more than halfway there, and we have almost 200,000 ready, so we can actually start training some. Now this will be a bit slow because we're still not caught up on our reinforcements, so but let's get some troops on the Russian border there. Now another thing I should have done earlier is just to look and see if we have any geniuses on our high command that we can recruit, but unfortunately, well, they're all experts, so they're not too bad. And see, another strategic bomber, but it does give ordinary bomber attack defense. So. Special forces are all of the Marines, Mountaineers, and it's less than troops. Probably definitely take ground support. So let's actually these guys. I should have read those alerts a bit better. It looks like the nationalists would win. Got our force rotation. Let's see what else we can do. We can get yeah, let's get I might try to do a little bit of strategic bombing. finished our radio, so let's get our, it's not quite 38, so let's get protection. Let's start building. Oh, he's still going. Decent for us. So we don't necessarily need to change our conscription laws yet. Oh, Amelia Earhart disappears. Oh, it would be nice to switch off civilian economy. We'll have to wait until the war is finished. Okay, so we got our agrarian reforms. Our agrarian sector has ample room for improvement. Streamlining it and improving its efficiency will free up workforces that can be employed in other sectors, such as construction and arms production. So, okay, that'll give us a little bit of infrastructure, which is always nice when you need to move troops around. So now these guys can reach they can reach up to Budapest. And these guys can defend the whole of Romania. No, still pause. Japanese build-up. Japan declares war on China. United Front forms. Okay, so what could we do? Oh, we could actually get Captain of Industry. Political power gain, that might actually... Well, let's hit that. Construction 2. It's 37, so let's get our dispersed industry. So now it's mountain brigades. Oh, it's working on its military. Oh, so it's doing the licensing. So it's working on the borders. Oh, we got our support equipment. Okay, so let's actually start resisting our heavy tanks. Okay, our transport capabilities alongside the Danube can be drastically improved upon, both by utilizing the river itself more effectively and the way it is connected to our road and rail networks. So now we have another choice. We can either develop kind of a national automobile industry, Malaxa, which will give us 2 civilian factories, which is certainly nice. But I'm kind of intrigued with this. I'm always curious about events, and so in my test game I selected this. It is rather interesting because it allows you a choice for some of these. Oh yeah, the material designers. So we'll go for that one. Okay, we got our radio detection. Now we might as well start here. We get a little bit penalty, but probably not much. Because getting these decryption and encryption bonuses, I think, are pretty handy. Socialist realism. Okay. And again, but still, we don't want to take a hit to factory output. And with the bonuses for King Carol, the cheaper costs, we don't really need to worry too much about our whatchamacallit. We might just train. Oh no. Okay, we got our... I think this is our bomber? Alright, modern bomber. So let's actually just check how many planes. They might have up to 100, so having a stronger air force certainly Okay, so here we go. Hungary demands the right to rearm, citing the ever-worsening political situation in Europe and the complete failure of the League of Nations to stop this. Nicholas Horthy has publicly announced that his government will seek to secure the support of neighboring nations to allow for a revision of the Treaty of Trianon. Without mentioning any territorial claims, Nicholas Horthy discussed only the restrictions on the Hungarian military. A delegation from Hungary has arrived in our capital to secure our formal agreement to the Hungarian government. Okay. Now, it might be interesting to let them go on and see if they'll be, how aggressive they'll be. But since they're pretty much going down the fascist route, they'll probably join up with Germany. So I think we'll reject their claims. So just in case. So we also finished our inviting foreign motor companies. Rather than expend resources on increasing production of unproven domestic automobile designs, we would benefit more from producing tried and tested foreign designs under license. Okay, so we get a selection here. Several foreign truck companies have expressed interest in opening a factory in Romania to produce new trucks for the commercial market as well as the military. Choosing one will be considered a flagship deal that could be followed by further production licenses being acquired. Should we approach now? I think the license mechanic is a bit iffy because there is it's kind of a, what's the word? Depends on your relations, and so they can, or they can accept or decline. And so I think by choosing, if you wanted to license British equipment, choosing this will probably give them a really good, well, let's see, yeah, acceptance when requesting to buy license goes up. So this will give you a bonus if you want to license. But it's interesting, and it'll also give you production speeds from them. But it also gives you these bonuses for the material designs. So Opel gives you reliability, Vauxhall will give you max speed, and Ford will give you production costs. So since we want to try to work on having a fast force, I think in my test game I went for Ford because, well, I didn't know what it would give at the time. But cheaper production cost is always nice. But we'll try giving Vauxhall. So this actually opens up the Vauxhall. We can get that for really cheap now. And alright, so invest in the IAR. So this will give us research time for our planes, which will be really nice, and give us that tech designer. So we still can't do any of these, so I think I'll continue on here. Okay, so see how Hungary responds to our negative response. Seems to be doing a lot better. In the previous patch, I think Japan would always get beaten up by China. I'm not sure if it's sea invasions are better, but it seems to be better up here. Oh, we got another factory, so let's actually start building some bombers. We definitely need some rubber, probably. Huh. So, we haven't done anything. That is interesting. How many troops do we have? Not much. We're still terribly short of rifles, I think. Build a couple more factories there. Up to 10. I wonder if we can. Are we short? Well, not on that. How much is our hurting from? Minus 15%. Okay, so that scandal is done with. I have to trade. Well, Hungary has a lot of aluminum. That's one of the main things they have. So if we could puppet them, nice to Czechoslovakia, I think. So if we actually look down. Oh, what? Dude. Huh. Now I can't remember if I rejected their claim or not. Interesting. 15 minutes, okay, so pick this back up to speed. They might have just accepted our thing and stopped, because I think then they get another event where they back down or not. Because I think in my test game they continued pressing, and so. Okay, invest in the IAR and the Anti-Comintern Pact. It is critical to keep up with the demands of modern Air Force. Our industry must be capable not only of building the machines we require in the first place, but also of doing so at a pace fast enough to replace operational losses. So we got 2 free military factories. Now the Anti-Comintern Pact. Now, we're not friends with the communists, but I think we'll have to refuse because we definitely don't want to get on their bad side. So we'll refuse that. Okay, we got the IAR. We can actually get steel here, but I think we're doing okay for steel. It's oil and aluminum that we're really, I guess that gives oil. No, not oil, rubber. So I think I'll start going down, fortify the borders, and I'll try to go down. Oh, we need ally line first. Okay, so I'll start going down. And we'll just put of course numbers. I want steel, so. This will give new designs that we've researched. Fighter and close air support. So unfortunately, the ones we're building now don't have that bonus. I wonder if we can create a variant. Let's actually try that. So the fighter. Yeah, let's not a new one. Okay, so we don't drop much production efficiency, which is nice. And we've researched dispersed industry, so 38. Got these bonuses. I don't want to skimp on our infantry. That's one of the problems when I focus too much on like the Air Force or tanks. I forget about the infantry weapons. Gotta get our troops up there so we can. What are we missing here? Motorized. Oh, jeez. Another one. Another embezzlement scandal. So, refunding process. Okay, so we got our heavy tank. We can wait for that one. Yeah, I think I'll actually start working on our land doctrines. They are expensive, but they do give us a lot of bonuses. Aluminum, rubber, tungsten, steel. So we can get that focus for our steel worries. Nice. Oh, it looks like they got that. So actually, I will start way down at the bottom. Okay, army maneuvers. Our army must be brought back in shape for potential future armed conflicts. We will send them on maneuvers to develop new tactics and strategies. So we get a little bit of experience and I think we got doctrine bonuses. So, okay, we'll do the steelworks. 2 civilian factories and extra bonus steels. Anschluss of Austria. That is what they wish. Okay, so army maneuvers. No template for our heavy tank. Alright, so let's decryption so we can start spying. Oh, we can actually build radar towers. Let's put one there. One there. Okay, finally! That's the longest Spanish Civil War, I think. Oh, we should... Dang it. Okay, we gotta save up for that. Getting off civilian economy. It's really just hurting our construction speed, so... Hey, we got fighter baiting and ground storage. Oh, they're actually going to integrate Slovakia. Okay. 100,000, so Unadora Steelworks. To feed the needs of our arms production, the great steelworks in Transylvania must be modernized and drastically expanded. Alright. So we can expand oil production. We don't really need we need more factories for that, so okay, and we still need to align Hungary for that. So, okay, War College. Ooh. Army leader cost. That'll be nice. So this is another interesting thing. For a couple of them, they give new templates. So, Royal Guards Division. We have our standard infantry template here, which is halfway decent. But with that, got all their equipment now. Most of it. Okay. Template for heavy tank. Insufficient resources. Okay, so get those. We're gonna need that all through now. So I think this is the one. Yeah, gains core on North Transylvania. They do this one. Might get thrown into war. Okay. Yeah. That was something else. Implicate. Another. Well, okay. At least we spent our political power. Got off some. Let's upgrade our radar. Now we might be able to see. No. They've already finished. What is international? Boy, that's usually okay, Royal Guards divisions. The Royal Guards must be expanded. It's appropriate for a great regime. Okay, so that actually gives us a free division and a template. Again, no, that's good. Either reserve division, population factor. Now that's not just recruitable population, it's just the factor. Because I think it's basically like set at like 30% is basically how many able-bodied men of suitable age can be used for your thing. So it's basically, it goes, if it was 30, it would just go up to 37, not the 2.5. So I'm actually interested in this, medium armor. Now, this would be nice, and I actually picked this in my test game, but it just gives a medium armor division. I want to focus on heavy tanks, so, okay, let's pick this one. And then we'll be able to go to acquire water tanks. License purchase cost. Well, maybe we can buy some from. But this is the one I'm kind of interested in, getting to these heavy tank designs. But yeah, we're gonna need artillery modernization for that. Okay, so we got our Guards division here. So it's this veteran. So we'll give him to. Grand National Army. And if we look, we actually have the template. Now, just so happens, it's the standard 7 infantry and 2 artillery that everybody loves so much. So actually decide to well, they've been building up there. Just have to move a ton of going. Yeah, it's okay, so looks like Czechoslovakia joined the Allies, and World War II is kicked off. So we still have enough to let to there. Let's get working on our. Oh, we got. No. Oh, looks like they're breaking through. Oh, civil war in Germany. A group of Wehrmacht officers opposed to the current war have launched a coup against Hitler in Berlin. An unidentified party of armed men stormed the Reichskanzlei, successfully liquidated the German Führer after an intense gun battle with his SS bodyguards. Conspirators have managed to take control over most of Berlin, and many Wehrmacht units have gone over to their side. Forces still loyal to the Nazis have rallied under new leadership and vowed to purge Germany of the communist dissidents and foreign agents currently occupying Berlin. Okay, so let's... German Republic. So, yeah, the Allied... And who's it? Oh, Heinrich Himmler, yeah. So we'll have to see, although I'm not hopeful for Germany, because in Civil War you lose like half of your units, so... Oh jeez. Russia declared war on the Soviet Union, wow. I only have 67. Huh. Might actually be a half a fight. Well, that's certainly, I'm not sure if there's going to be much of a world war in this game. Because I was thinking, okay, if Germany falls, Italy probably won't do too well on its own, and we can just beat up the Soviets if it comes to that. So, but, alright, we're looking to additional support, alright. So it's 38. Happy with that. Still working on that. Wait on that. Oh yeah, we should get some those. Okay, should be anytime soon that the finish up reserve divisions. Romania is a small nation. We must allocate appropriate numbers to reserve divisions if our army is to have any staying power in the field. So, see again, not much total man, unless it's counts. So let's align Hungary. So yeah, it didn't really change much.
Ordonați!
Okay, so you guys get to training so you can work on those guys. Procurement reform. Okay, I'll probably just go at least until I can see if I can get the line Hungary war games. Okay. I think it's just an army experience. But yeah, it's like it's going down. Mobile warfare. All right. Bonus. See, yet again, Germany falls. And I guess it'll, well, then they'll just pick up Italy. Italy probably isn't all that amazing. Okay, so let's actually let's get our rocket trucks. 'Cause we want those. How many they had? 64. 65. But especially since they're at war with the Allies, you can see in there, we probably see a bunch of British and French troops. How many more days? Just another week. See what comes of it. Of course, if they, well, they join the Axis. Okay, here we go. Kingdom of Hungary aligns. Realizing that military resistance would be both impossible and pointless, this Hungarian government has decided to follow our suggestions and put itself at our disposal. Miklos Horthy promising to consult with us before any major policy decisions. Okay, so they've become our puppet. So, align Hungary. Hungary must be made to see our point. Their government is led by misguided elements that can only serve to lead the country to ruin. They would be stronger with us. Well, especially since we've probably kept them out of World War II now. So now, puppets areas. Okay, so now, let's see here. Request forces from them. I can't. Oh yeah. Subject manpower requirement 90%. Master can build construction. Subject's territory. Extra trade to Overlord. Overlord trade costs. So we can actually trade. What? Hungary. Oh, I wonder if they automatically send. Okay, so. Oh well. And that. Alright. Okay, here we go. Well, we don't need that much, but oh well. Okay, and so we can also build civilian capitals and even radar stations and such. Oh, you might want to. Okay, and speaking of radar stations, so we got our thing here, which doesn't actually cover that much. It basically covers the state it's built in. It's pretty much what the old version used to. Now we get a little display there. Oh, but we can use their air bases at least. Alright. So I think I'll end it here. Now, it's kind of interesting. It would have been nice if we could have helped out send some volunteers to help out Russia instead of the Soviet Union, but it looks like German Reich is falling. That'll mean Italy is on its own. Of course, it joins up with Japan, which hasn't joined yet. Axis there. Oh, I wonder if because they didn't force the issue here, we weren't able to build. Doesn't have our faction. If go to war against Hungary, I think you get this Balkan Entente faction. Although we can faction, we could name our own faction. I'm not sure. I'll have to think on what I want to call our faction. So anyways, that'll be it for the first episode. It should be an well, we won't be able to fight much, but Russia might still be a pain here. Plus, when it gets over 50%, we might start, we'll probably be able to 50%, okay, yes. We probably will fight the Soviet Union, unless by some miracle Russia wins out. But we'll have to see. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I hope you will join me for the next one. Thank you and goodbye.